welcome. My name is Jocelyn and today we are going to be doing a thoughts on hauls video. About a month and a half ago, I uploaded a haul video. It consisted of some things from Colourpop, some things from LUSH, some things from Ulta, and a couple things that I got from Octoly. It's been, you know, a month and a half since I uploaded that video. About 2 months since I got those products. I've had some time to use them, develop some feelings on them, and thought I would share those thoughts and feelings with you today. Some of these things I really like. Some of these things I have mixed feelings about, and I don't know if there's really anything that I don't like, so that's promising, right? Let's go ahead and start with the things I got from Ulta. The first thing that I had picked up was this OFRA highlighter in the shade Glazed Donut. This is their collaboration with Nikkietutorials. I picked this up because I was sent the Pillow Talk highlighter and this didn't disappoint. I love this highlighter. It's really good if you have very fair skin because, as you can see, it's got a very light tone to it, so I don't know how well it would show. Well, it would show up on darker skin tones, but it would be very light on dark skin tones, and you know, you'd be able to see it, so maybe you would like it. I don't really know, but I really like this. It's really good for pale skin, and it's something that I was looking for. Didn't feel like I had something quite this pale in my collection. A lot of things have a more gold undertone or bronzy undertone that's just a hair too dark, so this is perfect. It's beautiful. I love the OFRA highlighters, would highly recommend. Next from Ulta, I picked up 2 of the Dose of Color liquid lipsticks. I picked, one up in the shade Mondays, one in the shade Play It Cool. Both of these are beautiful shades. I love them so much. Would highly recommend checking them out. As for the formula, it's definitely probably in my top 3 or 4 liquid lipsticks. I like the formula. It's comfortable, not too drying. It stays for a decent amount of time. I do notice that the darker one, the shade Mondays, I do get that kind of ring around the middle of the lip, but I basically get that with all liquid lipsticks, so it's nothing out of the ordinary. Definitely something that I will probably pick up more of in the future from Ulta, especially if they go on sale. I think that normally they're like around, I want to say around $22, $24, and I believe they were on sale for around $9, $10. They were on sale quite a bit. Definitely worth it, which is why I picked up 2 of them. I really like these. Will definitely repurchase more. I gave in my haul video, I had used them a little bit and gave them an A- rating. I would agree with that still today. Still give it an A-. I really like it. Maybe not the absolute most comfortable, which is where I get that minus from, but really like it. Really like the shades. Really like the shade selection also. So those were the only things that I picked up, purchased at Ulta, but the other things that you can purchase at Ulta that were sent to me by Octoly and by Real Techniques are these brushes and sponge from Real Techniques. They sent me a total of like 6 brushes, but I'm only going to talk about my absolute favorites, the ones that I still really use, still really love. That doesn't mean I don't like the other ones, it's just these are the ones that I think are worth talking about. The sponge, first of all, I really like the sponge. I like the consistency. I like the way that it applies foundation. The regular Real Techniques sponge, I don't really like that much. Well, okay, I don't like it at all. Like, I wouldn't repurchase it. I've tried it once, didn't like it. I prefer to pre-purchase the Morphe one, which is, I think, almost the same price, if not the same price. And so I don't like the Real Techniques regular sponge, but I do really like this one. I think it works really well, so I would recommend this sponge. And then out of the brushes that I received, the 305 eyeshadow brush, I really like this. It's super soft. I primarily use this to put on my setting eyeshadow, so what I use to set after I've put eyeshadow primer on. It's also really good for buffing a shadow or blending a shadow into the crease. It's kind of a very multifunctional brush. I talked about in my haul video how much I like how these are designed. They just fit really well in the hand. The colors are beautiful. Really like this brush. Again, this is the 305 brush, and then the other brush that I really like is this blush brush. This is the 302. Same thing. I love the style of these brushes, the way they are constructed. I use this for blush. It works really well for just kind of getting in there and then popping it onto the cheeks. Really like it, really soft, does a really good job blending the blush onto the cheeks. So I thought that those 3 products, these 2 and the sponge, wherever it went, were worth mentioning and worth checking out, especially because I know Real Techniques says that like buy one get one free or buy one get one half off. Definitely recommend checking these out. Oh, I did pick up one more thing from Ulta. I forgot. This is the DERMALOGICA Special Cleansing Gel. This was on sale during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I really like this. However, they have a cleanser in their Medibac clearing system line that I prefer over this one. They both work really well for my skin. I just prefer the Medibac one more than this one. It's also just easier to use on the skin. This one I found it just kind of takes a little extra work to get it off of the face after you've put it on the face. Not a lot, but enough to notice. So I like this, but if I go to repurchase the cleanser, I'll probably pick up the Medibac instead of this one. But if this ever went on sale again, I would probably pick up this again just because this is not cheap. Dermalogica is quite an expensive brand. It works super well for my skin, but it is expensive. Okay, that's everything from Ulta. Let's go ahead and talk about a few things from LUSH. So I picked up a few things from LUSH. Let's go ahead and start with the cleanser. This is not a cleanser, this is a shower gel. This is the Shower Gel Rose Jam. It smells delicious. I really like the smell of this. If you've ever smelled Rose Argan, which is a body conditioner, it's an OG old product from LUSH. It smells like that, and it smells just like warm and comforting, and just, oh, it smells so good. And I don't know if they still have this. I hope so, because I'm going back to LUSH soon and I would like to pick up another one of these. So as you can see, oh, well, you can't see because there's a sticker in the way, but I've used it to the bottom of this sticker right here. So it's quite a bit. Good product. Really like it. Would recommend checking it out. Next, I have a toner. This is the Tea Tree toner. You're supposed to use toners after you cleanse the face. So every time I cleanse my face, I spritz this on, let that dry down, and then normally put some other either oil, moisturizer, mostly Drunk Elephant products. So I'll put on the TLC Glycolic Night Serum at night and the Vitamin C Serum in the morning after I have spritzed this on. I don't notice a difference at all. I'm using it to use it up, but I don't think I'll repurchase this. I was hoping that this would work for me the same way that the Sunday Riley Martian Mattifying Gel Toner thing works, because that's expensive, but that stuff works super well. I notice a difference after I've used it. I don't notice any difference after this. It's just an extra step. I didn't notice, again, any difference with it, so I wouldn't repurchase. Maybe it works for some people, but it didn't work for me. It's not the worst product because it didn't break me out. It didn't hurt me in any way. It's just not doing anything beneficial. The last product from LUSH is a face and body cleanser. This is Dark Angels. I love this, but I do want to say some things about it. So I only ever use this in the shower because it can be super messy and challenging to take off, and I only use it on the face and like neck area. I've tried using it on my chest and I've noticed that it like stains my chest black. Not like black, but like I can see that there's like a charcoal tint to my skin, and then I have to go back in with like a loofah and like get it off. The face, I haven't noticed that, except I have noticed that if I'm not careful, I'll get like charcoal buildup right here on my ears. So whenever I use this in the shower, I make sure to like pay attention to my ear area to make sure that there's no excess charcoal sitting there. But I really like this. I think it works really well for my skin. It has exfoliating factors in it. Here, let me open it up. I've used this quite a bit. As you can see, I mean, it's very black in the tin, but Alex and I both use this. We both really like it. It smells good. I mean, it smells like charcoal. Okay, it smells like charcoal. Maybe not good, but it smells like charcoal. It feels good on the skin. It makes my skin feel good after using it. Nice and cleansed, but not stripped at all, which I appreciate. And yeah, I will definitely repurchase this. I am going to LUSH in like 3 weeks. Maybe I'll repurchase it then, because I'm already getting a little bit low. Not low, but I've used this like halfway up. So we'll see if I end up picking it up again while I'm near a LUSH, but I really like this and would highly recommend checking it out. Also, if you kind of like live near a LUSH, you can get a sample size of this. They give out samples of almost everything in the store, so if you're not sure, I would recommend getting a sample of it because I really like it. All right, so that's everything from LUSH. The last things we're going to talk about are from Colourpop, and they're all from the Disney Colourpop collection. I believe it's still available. It really should be. Let's go ahead and start with the single eyeshadow that I got. This is in the shade So This Is Love. I freaking love this Super Shock shadow. If you have the opportunity to pick this up, I would definitely 1,000,000% recommend it. It's this like soft lilac color. Oh, it's just so pretty. It's got such a pretty just tint to it. It's got such a pretty shimmer to it. I really love this all over the eye. It works super well during the work week if you want something just a little bit on your eye and not something too dramatic, you know, if you work in an office or something like that, or if you just like, you know, subtle makeup makeup sometimes. This is a beautiful shade. I love having this with like a lilac or like a light purple in the crease and outer corner, and then even like a darker purple in the corner. Oh, so pretty. Really love this, would highly recommend. Let's move on to the lipsticks that I picked up. So I picked up 3 of them. I picked up the Ariel, Snow White, and the Belle. They had, I think, 3 other ones, Cinderella, Tiana, and Jasmine. I believe that those were the other 3 that they had. I'm gonna be honest, I have used Snow White once because I dressed up as Minnie Mouse for Halloween and I needed a red lipstick and thought I would give this one a go. I really liked it. And I've used Belle once. I'm actually wearing it right now. I thought I might as well because it matched my eyeshadow. And I haven't used Ariel at all. However, I already know that I love the Lux Lipstick formula. I actually really like the shade Belle on my lips right now. I think it looks really pretty. I love the formula, so I mean, I already know that I'm gonna love these. I did wear Snow White for quite a while that night and it held up really, really well and looked really pretty all night. I already knew that though, again, because I love the Lux Lipstick formulas. I really like the shade Belle. Again, it's what I'm wearing right now. Again, I haven't tried Ariel, but I bet I'll like it in the spring and summertime. It's more of a peachy toned, so there's not a lot of looks that I'm gonna be creating over the next couple of months that I'll be able to wear it with, but I do keep them in the little boxes because I think that the art that was designed for this collection, it was just so pretty and I really, really like it. So I'm keeping them in their boxes. That's also why I didn't use them for so long, is because I was just savoring them in their boxes and just kind of leaving them there. So that's my thoughts on those. I really like the Lux Lipstick formula. If you see any shades that you think will work for you or that you really like, I would recommend picking them up because again, I love that formula. It's probably one of my top 3, I'm not sure where in that top 3 lipstick formulas. I really, really love that formula. And the last thing that we're going to be talking about in this Thoughts on Hauls video is the eyeshadow palette from the Princess Colourpop collection, Disney designer collection. That's what this collection is called. So how do I feel about this palette? Well, here, let me open it up. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. There we go. Better view of it. There are shades in here that I love, really, really love. Like I definitely don't hate this palette. Okay, let me start with that. I like using this palette. However, if this didn't come as a part of the Disney designer collection, I wouldn't have picked it up and I maybe wouldn't recommend it because it's not unique enough. There's not enough shades in here to make it worth it, but I also don't regret picking this up. I picked this up because I think the packaging, I think the design is beautiful. If you're not familiar with me or my channel, I am a big Disney fan. I love Disneyland, Disney movies. I mean, I'm not like a crazy Disney person. I don't have Disney all over my house, but I do really enjoy it. It's very nostalgic for me. It makes me happy, whatever. Okay, so I think that if you're a big Disney fan and you like the design of this collection, it's worth it. If you're just looking at the palette, you kind of like Disney but are meh about the design, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think that the shades are unique enough. I don't think that you have to have them. I do really love this shade Ray right here. It is a beautiful shade. Let me swatch it for you. I think it's probably my most favorite shade in this collection. It's probably not gonna look super impressive on my hand, but it's such a beautiful shade on the eye. It's not too strong of a gold shade, which I don't really like strong gold shades. It doesn't have too much of a yellow undertone or orange undertone. It's beautiful, 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 especially if you wet your brush and then pick it up. Oh, so beautiful. I don't like the shade Prince Charming. It's this far shade over here. Was kind of crap. Didn't work at all the way I wanted it to. I do like the matte shades up here. I think that they blend really well. They work really well on the eye. I haven't used Thingamabob. It's this silver shade over here. I don't use a lot of silvers, so I haven't had the chance to use it yet, so I don't have any opinion on that one. I do also really like Beast. It's the shade down here. It's a super warm, dark brown shade with glitter in it. And then these 3 purple shades. Poison Apple isn't that great. It looks like it's gonna be a beautiful shade, but I don't remember it being all that great. Let me swatch it for you. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's just not a very impressive shade. Let me swatch Enchanted Rose because I remember liking that one. That one's, yeah, the Enchanted Rose is definitely a little prettier. It's got a little more pigment in it, a little more shimmer in it, but I have a lot of shades like that, so I don't know. It's just, it's okay. If you're a diehard Disney fan and you loved the packaging watching, you probably already own it. For anybody else who's debating, you probably don't need this palette. I don't regret having it at all. I think it's beautiful. This is something that when I get a house and put up like shelving units, this is something I would display up there because it's just worth it for me. Those are my thoughts. I hope it was helpful to you. And those are all of the products that I wanted to talk about and share my thoughts on in this rehaul video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe for more hauls, for project pans, for empties, for talking about makeup, don't forget to do so before you go. All buttons are down below. And I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.